Welcome to Medica Wellness Studio. I'm Angelica Maria Koch with the educational videos about how to live optimal health and vibrant well-being as I continue to guide you step by step through an amazing and life transformative process, empowering you to connect with your body and soul in a completely new way again. So here we are, we have arrived at our last chakra in the Discovery series of the Radical Chakra Healing in the New World. It's called the 7th chakra, and also here we want to combine it with the 8th chakra. It is part 1, and the name is called SAHASRARA. It's the space between heaven and earth. So the 7th chakra is also called the ground chakra. It is located at the top of your head, near the area that was a soft spot when you were an infant. It is related to the planet Moon, the metal silver. It radiates a fantastic purple color, and in astrology it is associated to the Zodiac sign of Cancer. So the 7th chakra next to the 6th chakra has a lot to do with the brain, the upper part of the body. The 7th chakra is also associated to the pineal gland, and maybe you remember in the last video where I talked about and shared with you the function of the pituitary gland, the master gland, which secretes hormones. The pituitary gland is not so part of the 7th chakra. Instead, the 7th chakra really gets you in contact with the universal and cosmic frequencies which enter the body and also exit your body to the top of the head. The 7th chakra overall is more in control of the body and mind and the spirit, and actually can only be activated via the mind. So when your crown chakra is open, you can merge with the energy of the cosmos, and also you can use this energy directly to heal your body, and that's the magic and the profundity of the 7th chakra. So the crown chakra contains the human capacity for boundlessness. It's like this feeling, this experience that you are more than just your body. It is your spiritual center within your physical body. So the crown chakra is the pathway that allows you to be in your body and yet also get in touch with something bigger than you. It contains this connection of personal vastness and also the vastness of the universe. We are all stardust. That really becomes an experience. You get a sense of the creator within the creation, between, the infinite within the finite. You just get more out of the boundaries of your physical body here. And with this sensing comes an enormous and a beautiful experience of security. You're not lost. Lots of people think like, well, if I really leap into the spiritual path and I'm just disintegrating. No. You will actually gain a rock-solid foundation, which is very different than the personal security of knowing a skill, for example. It's very dependable. It's there before you were born, it will be there after you leave your body. You can trust it. So when the 7th chakra is open, you feel as if you're plugged into a power source. As I said, that's very dependable. It's there for you. It doesn't change, right? It doesn't weave and goes back and forth because of personal trauma. It doesn't want to know even about that. The primary emotion that is connected then to this state is bliss. And I really want to say here, not blissful and spacing out, but blissful in a neutral way. Because you get in touch with a different kinds, an unlimited source of life force, which really gives you joy from the very core. And here you will have then the ability to bring earth to heaven and heaven to earth. That's what this chakra is really about. And the person who is in touch with that also radiates a certain frequency, and you know that they have stepped beyond their personal persona. They maybe still do the same things on the outside, mundane chores, but their relationship has changed. It becomes effortless. They're free and therefore also more alive. So when this flower starts to blossom in you, it energizes and enhances, of course, the 7th chakra, but also the 8th chakra, which is the aura. And the aura is something we don't see. It's something, it's a non-material energy. It's there. We can measure it. We can see it. It's present in all living organisms. And in simple words, it's really an energy field that is composed of bioelectrical energy. You can feel this force if you take your hands right in front of your stomach, maybe, sort of like under your breast. Just put it a little sort of an inch apart. Focus on the empty space between your hands and then sort of pull them apart very slowly. If you're sensitive, right often right in the middle of your palms, you can feel this magnetic force. It's either an attraction or repulsion. And this energy force can vary in intensity, and that has a lot to do with the state of your health. So the intensity of the force seems to wax and wane. You know, if you are exhausted, if you're tired, if you're emotionally depleted, and even if your connection to spirit is thin. So this vulnerability indicates that this force consists of much more than just standard human bioelectricity, which would not be expected to vary significantly over time or during conditions of health and illness. So we know now that the aura is connected to the universe, it merges with the universe, it exchanges frequencies, but also is directly related to your body. So of course, as I said, this frequency, this energy can be captured on film, and refined imaging techniques of current photography has informed us for decades now that this energy can be seen. It's colorful. It has all these, rainbow colors, and it belongs to every living organism, from the cabbage to you, to the whole body. So auras sometimes become weak and thin. And that has to do with if the person is sick, if the person is stuffed up with drugs, the person can really deplete one's aura. Alcohol consumption, excessive alcohol consumption comes here, exhausted, spiritually depleted. All that can really affect the aura. And a healthy person, or a spiritual connected person, can also have a very vast aura. It's almost like, you can see it, really stepping away inches and feet away from the physical boundary. But also when the person is very ill, the aura can collapse inside the body. And that means that the body is really hanging on the last straw of the vital force in the aura. Is almost like a protection shield then. Aura is derived, the word is derived from the Greek language. It's related to air, ether-like, and it permeates throughout the universe. Right? It's not tangible, but it's there. And in Chinese culture, often it was associated to the energy of qi. The aura is thought to be highly effective in terms of shielding us from negative external influences. And therefore, if the aura is weak, you are more vulnerable to diseases. But also if you are ill already, it affects then the state of the aura. Therefore, the negative spiral can occur, which then can also affect the other chakras, which are very closely connected to the aura. The aura is someone, you can imagine like an oblong egg energy which surrounds your body. It's a circumventive field, and it filters and it shields you from negative forces. It encloses the other chakras as well. And God, so many times I mentioned it before, if you really want to know and practice and really focus in a very practical way on the energy fields, the chakras, go and get yourself the book Meditation as Medicine from Dharma Singh Khalsa and Cameron Stout. Great practices, breathing practices, mudras, body postures, and of course using your breath in the most structured way to really activate and balance these energy wheels. Among the most magical features of the 7th chakra, it's really the main point here, is that it has the ability to heal not only the person it belongs to, you know, the aura which is attached to that, but also others. So the ability of one individual to help heal others with his own aura has well been documented here, you know, for a long time, and it is still a controversial subject, you know, touch on healing or hands-on healing, but it does work, and there's a scientific element behind it, because your aura, your electromagnetic field, is merging with the electromagnetic field of the planet and the world and the universe, and therefore it's not your own only. It's not you to hold on to. You know, it's not your own possession, because other energies are intermingling here. But that is the beauty of this whole thing, that if you're conscious enough, you can tap into these frequencies and use these frequencies to heal your body as well as others. So these energies are the sharing of you with others, the sharing of you with the universe, and the sharing of you with the divine spirit. So the 8th chakra, or the aura, is far less involved with specific sort of discrete areas of the body, but more with the totality, the wholeness of the person. The primary physical structure, if we want to talk about it, is the cerebrum. It's the upper part of the brain. It has to do with cognitive functions. And, you know, we talked about the brainstem and the cerebellum more on the 6th chakra in the last video, which has to do more with automatic instincts. Now in our next video in 2 weeks, I will then really focus on common physical ailments which are related to the 7th and the 8th chakra. And here we talk about loss of memory, premature senility, general fatigue comes in here as well. And we want to look how we can balance that with natural effective therapeutic tools. But as you know by now, I always would like to also finish these videos with a little exercise. And here we want to use your hands now, interlace them, and the little pinky, I know it's a little bit difficult in the beginning, just keep them upright. And place that in front of your chest. Just nicely, sort of comfortable. I want to focus on the top of our head, maybe with the color purple, and we want to chant the mantra Ang. It's A-N-G, and this sound is very specific for the crown chakra, particularly when you chant it and draw it out long. When you come to the G, the Ang, you can really feel that the energy is going up. You can feel it inside your body. It really touches the top of your head. So let's breathe in. I keep my eyes open because I would like to connect with you, but you can choose, you can close them if you want to. So we breathe in. Let's breathe out and just let go. Breathe in again. Let's chant. Let's breathe in again. Let's do it again. Can you feel when your tongue really rolls up in the ang, that the energy is pushing up? And that's what you want to do. You want to just see this purple flower opening up on the top of the crown chakra. We also want to work a little bit, practical work over the next 2 weeks before we reach our last video. So let's continue with the question self-examination from Caroline Myss and the book Anatomy of the Spirit, which I so much love. Over the next 2 weeks, again, ponder over these questions, which I just share with you in a minute, and take some time to cultivate a positive and life-affirming relationship to your 7th chakra and your 8th, which is your aura. In this text, the word God is mentioned. And for the ones who have a little bit difficulty with that, try to step away from any organized or conformed religion right now. You can change the word to supreme consciousness, to divine, whatever feels comfortable to you. But try more to take the essence of the text rather than the actual words. Do you bargain with God? Do you complain to God more than you express gratitude? Do you tend to pray for specific things rather than pray in appreciation? Are you devoted to a spiritual path? If not, do you feel a need to find one? Have you found surrogates to be devoted to? If so, list and evaluate your relationship with them. You know, we all need teachers in our lives. I've been in India for years, living in an ashram once many moons ago in my life. I had another guru in England where I lived. But over the years, the urge really arose to become the master within, to cultivate the mastership of divinity within yourself. Are you waiting for God to send you an explanation for your painful experiences? If so, list those experiences. Why me? Why have you chosen me? This kind of thing. How would your life change if God suddenly decided to answer your questions? And how would it change if the answer you received was, I have no intention of giving you insight into your questions at this point in your life? Well, what would you do then? Would you be prepared to do something else? Would that inspire you to truly start the exploration of your true self, rather than waiting for a given answer from the outside? Have you started and stopped a meditation practice? If so, what are the reasons that you failed to maintain it? Often I feel, also I see it in patients of mine, when they get ill and lose their sense of I am, and they maybe meditate. But once you give more attention, more importance to your small self, the persona, the belief system, the mind chat, what's going on. Of course, the mind is very interested in you, being dragged away from that place, which I was talking about before, the dependable vastness within you. Then you lose it. Then you feel like, okay, meditation doesn't work for me. But it's a training. You have to keep going, you have to cultivate it, you have to get stronger in it, and then you will see the benefits from it. Are you afraid of a closer spiritual connection to the divine because of the changes that it might trigger in your life? I've seen also, and I've experienced it in myself too, many, many years ago, that I thought, well, if I really leap, if I really take that leap and surrender to the divine within, then my life will change, right? I will lose my spouse, all familiar things will fall apart. I myself may be disintegrated in 10,000 pieces. I won't recognize myself anymore. I lose my identity, all of that. On the contrary, all of that will stay, but the only thing which will fall away are your thought patterns, your negative relationship to life, or anything which wasn't life-affirming in the first place, and really didn't serve you up to this point, and which really need to go. Once that is happening, you will get in touch with an unlimited source of creative energy, which not only gives you joy and peace, but also a sense of I am it. Not just the little parts of you, but you're more than that. And you will still do your job. You know, you go to your office from 9 to 5, you still have your kids, you still are married, you still go shopping every week. But even these mundane chores will be experienced in a different way. They're more effortless, right? Because the small persona is taking out of it. You're free, and therefore you're more alive. I know you can do it. I know there's no way every person can do it. It's just a matter of you taking the leap and really giving yourself that commitment and say, you know, this is really what I want to live from. This is really who I am. As always, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel, like and share it with your friends, your loved ones or family or anybody interested in how to live optimal health. If you want to know more about my work, particularly about homeopathy, go to my website medicanova.net, where you find great comprehensive home study online courses in homeopathy for the whole family, or during pregnancy, giving birth and postnatal care, as well as a third course, Being and Living Quantum Healing, which is very much related to what we were talking today, the 7th chakra and your aura and healing yourself. Or you can find my book, The Dance of Your Core Healing, Transforming Your Mind, Body and Soul in the New World. And if you're interested in a personal health consultation, again for yourself or your children, you can contact me at my email health@medicanova.net. Till then, much love, and I see you in 2 weeks. Take care.